Hello and welcome back for another quick English lesson. When we go shopping, sometimes we need to buy more than one thing. And when it's a countable noun, this really isn't a problem, because all we need to do is say the number, 1 apple, 2 apples, and we can get the item we need. But when it's an uncountable noun, such as rice or juice, it's a bit more difficult because we can't say 2 rice, 2 juice. If we want to solve this problem, an easy way is to talk about the container that the item comes in. We can ask for the number of containers of a particular thing. There are lots of different types of containers in which food and drink is sold, and I've got some examples to show you now. So, for example, if something is sold in a metal container, we usually call it a tin or a can. So, this is a tin of tuna or a can of tuna. Here is a tin of tomatoes or maybe a can of tomatoes. You can see it's made of metal. It's a can. And of course, a can or a tin of beer. Okay, so that's the cans. If we buy liquids, we usually buy them in bottles. So here are some examples. This is a bottle of water. A bottle of water. A bottle of juice or a bottle of squash, and my favourite, a bottle of wine. A bottle of wine. Bottles can be made from glass or maybe plastic. It's not the material that's important, only the name. Bottle. Okay, now things that are generally very small, things like rice, sugar, things like this, we can buy those in boxes or bags. Bags can be made of plastic or of paper, and here's an example. This is a bag of sugar. A bag of sugar. Here's a bag of pasta. A bag of pasta. And finally, a bag of flour. This one's a bag of flour. If you enjoy jam or pickles, usually these come in glass containers and they're called jars. So, you could buy a jar of jam, you could buy a jar of pickle, or if you prefer a drink, you could have a jar of coffee. A jar of coffee. Okay, one final thing that you can buy is a tube. Tubes are used for things that are soft like a paste. So the most common one you'll probably find is a tube of toothpaste. A tube of toothpaste. It could be a tube of mayonnaise or even a tube of ketchup. Or if you need something from the chemist, maybe you could buy a tube of gel. A tube of gel. There are lots of other different types of containers that we can use and we can talk about when we're shopping. And if you'd like to learn more about those, get in contact with me, send me a message or look at my website www.english2perfection.hu. I hope that's been useful and thanks for watching.